Ready, play.
You're going to see a lot of that tonight. Taylor Fritz straight out the blocks with a 1-3-5. Two of the biggest serves in the game. Got to note straight away the taping
30 love.
on the right calf for Berrettini. Let's hope that's not too much of a problem for him, because my goodness, has this guy had some bad luck with injuries. You just have to think back 12 months here to the US Open, taking off the court in a wheelchair after doing his ankle in the second round against Rinderknecht. So in some ways looking for some redemption here, hoping for a better experience, that's for sure.
Game, Fritz. First game. Matteo Berrettini to serve. Love.
Fritz's ranking, his return rating on hard courts, he's 9th. That's pretty good for a guy who serves so well.
Yeah, he's one of the best ball strikers on tour, Taylor Fritz. His forehand over the past few seasons developed into such a weapon, but for me his two-handed backhand has always just been the sort of the rock of his game, if you like, you know, especially from the back of the court, and that does translate into his return. He sort of middles the ball both sides, and he's become a pretty complete player.
He has, Taylor Fritz. Boy, it's not like these two are, starting off slowly, working their way into the match, clearing their throats. This is full throttle right from the opening point.
I think a match like this, a night session, obviously a day off yesterday, these guys have been getting amped up for this one for quite some time.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Your voices are carried to courts. Quiet, please. Thank you.
Alison Hughes, we're going to hear her saying that an awful lot, trying to calm down these fans.
Especially with the roof closed.
Yeah, exactly. It's echoey. Talked about how complete his game is gone. He's been to the quarters of 3 different Grand Slams. Looking to take that next step. tough.
Love.
So quick with the feet here, skipping around, getting the forehand into play. But yeah, he must have seen in the past couple of years here in New York, Shelton last year making the semis, Tiafoe the year before, and thinking, yeah, I want some of that.
Exactly right. Tommy Paul is playing so well.
Fritz, of course, had the dream week, didn't he? Winning in his home state, California, Indian Wells, the Masters 1000. I mean, if he wasn't going to win a Grand Slam, that's probably the tournament he would have chosen. But this has got to be next on the list, you would think.
Game Fritz.
2 easy holes from the American Taylor Fritz. Impressive start.
That's a tough miss. That's it. Area of the game both players will be identifying, you know, when they get a look at a second serve, trying to make it count. You know, you've got to walk on court knowing that there's going to be a number of first serves going to fly past you tonight. And you're going to struggle to return a few others, but when the second comes, you've got to try and do something with it. Here's a look at another here for Fritz. That's exactly what the American will be trying to do. Get a telling return into play and then get after the Berrettini backhand, by far the weaker wing. Good work there by Taylor Fritz.
15-13.
He's looking sharp, I have to say. Yeah, not just with the ball striking, but the footwork.
Yes.
Very neat and tidy.
The longer the rallies go here tonight, the more you favor who?
Fritz.
Yeah.
I think just with the advantage he has on the backhand wing. I also think he's probably, probably the fitter of the two players. Berrettini, all the injuries he's had, he's just not got the same bank of matches in the last couple of years.
The quality of the second serves, who do you like more? Because that could be a big factor, right?
Yeah. That's a tough one.
I mean, this could be one of those great matches that's decided by winners.
It's got the potential. I mean, talk about the better second serve. Fritz went after the second serve return, and still a few shots later, Berrettini fizzes one past him. I love that play. Three-shot combination, really. I like the down-the-line ball into the Berrettini forehand. The one before that, which then pulled him out the court, get him moving, get forward. When someone has a good forehand, you actually have to be prepared to hit to that side to open up the weakness. He's hardly made a first serve in this game, Berrettini, and it's putting him under pressure.
First break of the match goes to Taylor Fritz.
Fritz leads 3-1.
Yeah, Berrettini paying the price. No first serves. But you have to credit Taylor Fritz, who has looked very sharp from the get-go here. As soon as he got control of this point, no way he was letting it slip through his fingers. And that is the ideal start to this big match.
Love.
What a move that was.
Nothing going wrong for Fritz so far.
That's his mom, Kathy.
It's the sort of moment where you think, wow, this is going well. Cruising in and hitting volleys like that.
Exactly. I mean, he's pitch perfect so far. He's made one error, 6 winners. He's about to go up 4-1.
Again, Fritz. Fritz leads 4 games to 1.
This is a great atmosphere. A lot of anticipation for this one. He's always kind of been there for Taylor Fritz, hasn't he? As that consultant, as you described, and sort of, you know, just helping to steer his game and his career. And I have to say, though, I think the appointment of Michael Russell a few years ago was an inspired choice.
Solid.
Because when Fritz was young, he was, let's be honest, unprofessional. You know, he was, as a lot of young people are, you know, just normal. But Michael Russell's, you know, he's never out of the gym, that guy. You know, he is one of the most professional pros in his own career. He has an infectious work rate and passion for the game. He can still play at a high level. He's been the road warrior, traveling with his own wife Lily, so you know he's happy to be on the road 365 days a year if he needs to, and he has just been there day in, day out with Fritz over the last few seasons and helping to make him the player he is now.
Fritz 3 for 3 up in the net.
Well, you asked me the question maybe a couple of games ago, who has the better second serve? I don't think there's much in it, but I think it's pretty clear Fritz has the better second serve return. And he's certainly getting a look at them. Berrettini was 4 out of 5 first serves in the opening game, and he hasn't made a first serve since.
Wow.
I mean, that's his big weapon. He's got to find it.
Fritz leads 4 games to 2, first set.
Berrettini serving at 33%. Taylor Fritz 58%.
Love 15.
happened there? Usually so assured overhead. Let the ball bounce. And then just got it all wrong. It's not like Taylor Fritz. Almost like he went for a little too much.
First ace, 125, evens this game. That is some recovery from love 30. 5-2 for the American. Echeverry. He went 4 hours and 4 minutes against Cerundolo today. Got sick on the court and still got through. It's been so hot and clammy today that the heat rule was in effect.
Yeah, we've got thunder and lightning, not just inside Louis Armstrong, but outside as well.
Exactly.
It's a storm passing through, and I think it's going to take a lot of the heat out the air for the coming days.
How about the Greek Tsitsipas losing in the first round to Thanasi Kokkinakis of Australia? He said afterwards he's suffering from long-term burnout.
Berrettini had that taping in the first round as well in his win over Ramos Viñolas, the Spanish veteran. So it's obviously call it a niggle. It's just been bothering him. Just wonder if it could be a factor on the serve. Still just 7 of 22, 32% of first serves have gone in. It's not like him. Much better there. Yeah, the legs are so important on the serve. You've got to drive up. Just to give you an idea, on the season his first serve percentage is 70.
Wow.
So he's well below his best so far in this opening set.
Fritz leads 5 games to 3 first set. Love. Love.
Might be a match. This one decided by tie breaks, but not this set.
Win first set, Fritz. 6 games to 3.
That's some pitch perfect play from Taylor Fritz.
Yeah, it's a clean set of tennis. It's almost like a statement serve from Berrettini. He's had a word with himself.
Exactly.
Got
And he listened.
Got to bring the aces to the table, quite literally.
That's his second.
Fritz returning from right up on the baseline against the big serve. Not backing down. I just wonder, has he almost caught the eye of Berrettini? Berrettini be so used to guys retreating 3, 4, 5 meters back.
Counting, yeah.
And that gives the server a feeling of, you know, I'm dominating you with this big serve. Whereas he's thinking, well, this guy's standing on the baseline. What's he doing to me here?
Yeah, he moves back further for the second serve, so he can give that one a ride. That's too good.
And obviously by standing in, less reaction time, but he's covering more of the court, covering more of the angles.
Yes.
Like there, he was able to get a racket and put that ball back in play. And he's been so sharp that the reaction time hasn't been a problem for him so far.
Berrettini's got to be thinking, oh, this is how hard I have to work just to hold. Got to play that kind of tennis.
Yeah, you've got to recognize the level your opponent's playing.
Exactly.
You'd probably also just be thinking, you know, stick in, this guy can't keep playing this well the whole match. That was a good hold there. Under some pressure again. Now you've got to thank Arthur Ashe for that one.
That's got Ashe written all over it. Nighttime.
Love 15.
He's got one ace and one double. But then he kind of serves his way out of trouble almost immediately.
15 all.
Taking over the point.
30.
Just didn't really look sure what he was trying to do with this volley. It was neither a punch through the court nor a drop volley. Oh, wry smile to his team. He knows he's better than that.
This is beautiful.
14-15.
And it's something too. He's trying so hard, it seems, Fritz, not to give up any court, right?
He's got that extreme grip, but even when the ball's down low, it allows him to generate so much spin as he did there. Too good. But I agree with you. He's not come out here to be pushed around by Berrettini. Which is probably why he's had a lot of success against the Italian. You know, 3 times they played, 3 times Fritz has won. Berrettini wants to be bullying his opponents, doesn't he? Big serves and, you know, the forehand controlling the court.
But he's pressing Berrettini.
Yeah, Fritz has been probably certainly the sharper and probably the more attacking player. Got his game plan right and executing it well.
Love.
Love hold.
Berrettini leads 2 games to 1, second set. First set, Fritz.
just getting into the draw gives you 100 grand. They're all playing in front of crowds. It's noisy, it's festive. It's really a 3-week event now.
Fritz.
Love hold followed by another love hold.
2 against all second sets.
I have to say, Fritz's his demeanour, you know, he looks pretty comfortable.
He looks relaxed.
Yeah.
It's such a dynamic game. He's hitting big, and yet he still seems so well within himself.
Yeah, not just the fact that he's a set up, but, you know, feeling well on top of the match.
USOpen.org. Look at all those platforms, those social platforms. You can find out what's up. From everywhere on the court, he seems so solid, so stable.
And so clear in what he's trying to do.
The clarity, that's right, and the awareness for when he can make its move and break open a point.
Continues to stand well up on the first serve return.
And Wintour has come into Louis Armstrong Stadium. Also Gere, the Serb, playing another Serb, Novak Djokovic. It's 3-all in the first set there. So she's probably slid over to see this one.
That's the pull of this matchup, isn't it?
Yeah, no kidding.
And points like that, people want to see.
Thank you, players are ready.
Earlier today on Ash, earlier tonight, I should say, Coco Gauff started things off there and won easily. She's had a couple of easy rounds now.
Crushing the second serve of Berrettini. Really is. Italian so far has won 8 of 20 second serve points. Plays without a wristband, Taylor Fritz, which is in these hot and humid conditions, you know, it's a lot cooler than it was today, but most players would have the wristband on. He's gone Andy Roddick style, no wristband. Serve has become a real problem for Berrettini again in this game. First serve percentage dropping off. I really feel with the return position of Fritz, it's like Berrettini's forcing it.
Yeah.
He's trying too hard to sort of hit a big serve.
I think he's insulted by the way Fritz is returning.
By trying to serve bigger, he's making life harder because he's giving him more second serves.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. I could use some luck. 130 miles an hour was that last serve.
Yeah, the reaction time on that's about half a second.
Yeah, exactly.
Fritz is...
and he was ready to chase after this one, Colin.
Not many dead net cords here at the US Open. Berrettini got one of them there. Lucky boy.
Oh, man. Taylor covering the court so well. Berrettini thinks he's got to go for shots that tight to the lines. And after holding easily for the first couple of games in set 2, Fritz is trying to stay right with him. That was too good.
Yeah, I think he has to serve to the forehand a little more. The big serves into the two-handed backhand aren't really hurting Fritz.
Tough hold from Matteo Berrettini. Taylor Fritz just continues to be so predatory. You remember that early in last year's US Open, Jared had 2 sets on Novak before he came back. And then, of course, Djokovic won the whole thing. His 4th US Open.
I mean, complete contrast to the damage Fritz is doing to the Berrettini second serve. Berrettini just can't make any impact.
Can Berrettini stand in a better spot trying to get back Fritz?
Fritz has only lost 3 points on serve the whole match.
Wait, say that again?
3 in total. He's won 20 out of 21 first serve points and 12 out of 14 in the second. I mean,
that's pretty good.
Berrettini, he's got to find a way to do better, hasn't he?
Ideally, yes.
Because otherwise, he's serving all the time.
Exactly.
And feeling like a matter of time before he's broken and goes 2 sets to love down.
Berrettini framed the volley, which could have made it a winner, right, Colin?
Unbelievable from Fritz. The lob, and then this backhand, sprinting forward, just a little nudge down the line. This guy is at the peak of his powers tonight.
That was a mishit return. Nice drive there from Berrettini.
Yeah, big difference. The mishit just giving him time to wind up the big weapon. Well, you can hear the gentleman shouting at the back there. He's got a backstory.
That's the restaurant guy?
And that's him. Giovanni Bartocci. Berrettini's biggest fan. 2020, remember, he was on a Stadium 17 and no fans allowed that year.
COVID, yeah.
Bartocci was in Corona Park shouting through the fence. Forza Matteo.
Yes.
He's in the player box these days. Stunning. I mean, just as good as it gets. Talk about a good two-handed backhand. Berrettini didn't see this coming. Just delays the contact. It's an unorthodox follow-through, but he just... The two-hander is like a glove for Fritz. He can put the ball anywhere. That's how big he has to go. He's getting outplayed here, so if he gets a split second of time on his forehand, he's got to go this big. What a strike.
fluency from everywhere on the court.
Yes, another brilliantly constructed point. Just working Berrettini, who doesn't want to be moving and chasing balls. He wants to be standing in the middle and dictating.
He wants to be the boss.
And he's far from it tonight.
And 32 worked.
Advantage, Berrettini. Berrettini leads 4.
Yeah, that's a smart second serve. Berrettini standing way back for the second serve return because he wants to move left and attack with his forehand. Fritz wise to that, going fast out wide. I just wonder if Berrettini could actually move in for a few second serve returns, and or if it comes to his backhand, even just knife the slice and, you know, just give Fritz a different look. He's only had to hit the ball 3 times. He's 40 love here. That's a better second serve return up near the baseline, and just when you're in that far, you don't even have to hit the ball that hard because you're taking time away just with your court position.
Oh, what a big difference, huh? Berrettini's serves taking about 4 minutes. Fritz half of that.
Thank you, players are ready. Please. Love 15.
Djokovic takes the opening set against Laszlo Djere. 6-4.
20-15.
It's a pretty light racket he uses, Berrettini, very powerful. He's able to whip it, huge amount of racket head speed. Oh, look at the depth there from Fritz.
13-4.
It doesn't feel like there's a safe place on the court here for Berrettini. You know,
That's right.
He wants to be able to slice the ball to a safe area, and there isn't one.
And that must make Berrettini feel like he's bouncing from guardrail to guardrail.
Just
He'll be aggravated at that one.
Yeah, he had 30 all earlier in the set, missed the routine rally ball. Just as much as he's on top,
Yep.
not quite getting these big points. Fritz dominating the longer points. Not really a surprise when you compare the skill sets, but also the level he's operating at.
Those kind of angles work against a guy who's playing so tight on his return, huh?
It's an incredible return of serve. Look at the way he jumps on this ball, leans on it. So quick to follow it in as well, recognizing the damage it was going to do.
Have you seen Fritz play better than he's playing tonight?
You know, I don't think I have. Every area of his game. If he can just get one of these points and generate a break point in this second set. How he would love to win it before a tiebreak situation. Same thing though, just slightly over anxious. Had that point on his racket.
I mean, there's really So little between these two in this second set, isn't there?
Holding on to his serve, and Fritz 4-5 here. First bit of pressure he's faced all night.
He had a look. He had a look. I mean, clearly, he's going to throw every bit of energy he's got into this game.
Well, he has to.
He has to.
If he goes 2 sets to love down here, you know, with all the injuries he's had, the relative lack of matches, it would be tough to see him coming back.
Yes.
He's hardly won a point on return all night, Berrettini. That's just his 5th overall. Well, that's a bit of a steal from that fan. That wasn't on his side of the aisle. Get back across the line.
That flew by at 125.
Yeah, it's been a combination, hasn't it? Fritz serving very well, but Berrettini not really making any impact on return. He's been trying to return from very deep. Just a delay there. Fritz tossing one of the balls to Alison Hughes in the chair. Maybe he popped it with a 1-2-5 down the tee.
Third and fourth ace gives him some game points. It's Michael Russell, his coach. He's got to have a round. Again, the serving games from Fritz are so much more simple.
Yeah, he's been.
It's like he's throwing it, he's serving and then tossing the ball back on the other side as quickly as possible. With
the minimum of fuss, hasn't he? And he's been in every one of Berrettini's service games in this set, but hasn't generated a break point yet. You know, when the half chances have come, 30 all juice, he's not really made them count.
Yeah, you got to smile that off. 15. There's nothing else you can do about that.
I think he just got carried away. The point he played was so good, so big. He wanted to box off his finish. He wanted it too much.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
.124 in the corner pocket. 6th ace for Berrettini. And again, if you find the corners when someone's playing you so tight on the return, that's a good idea, and that's where he's decided to go now. Hasn't been able to hit through him. Now he's trying to hit around him.
30-15.
That's his second double fault.
Where does this come from? Possibly just the pressure of knowing that Fritz is coming after his second deal. He's been attacking it all night. Can't help but think back to the opening point of this game, the missed overhead.
Exactly.
And what a difference that would make right now. Still the pressure on Berrettini. Just about every time 30-all or juice, Fritz has missed a ball like that, hasn't he? Got into the point, just hasn't been able to convert in this second set.
Second set for Fritz.
This is what we thought. So willing to break him in the last game, wasn't he? And had his looks.
15 love.
Nearly stole the point, but that's where Fritz is so strong in the first serve, and the big hit to back it up.
Remember when Randy Roddick had games like this? The last American to win this back in 2003. His coach at the time, Brad Gilbert, said to Andy, use your serve and win your serves as quickly as possible. Then throw the balls over on the other side.
Well, look at that, 1 minute and 3 seconds. I mean, that was serving to stay in the set. What a service game. I mean, if the statisticians would say Fritz is going to win this tiebreak for sure. He's lost 3 points on serve in this set, just 5 overall in the match. Berrettini's been battling to hold, but tiebreak can do funny things to people.
Please.
He's just been locked in. I mean, that second serve return is hit big, but it's also, I mean, it's a foot from the baseline. Seen the ball so big tonight. Must feel like he's been swimming upstream all night, Berrettini. Everything's been hard work. I love that return. He's done it so well, right on the baseline, but just chipping the forehand, keeping the pressure on.
A disreputable looking shot.
I think
Berrettini.
That return might have been just the one that broke the will of Berrettini. Will you please stop returning my first serve from on top of the baseline? That was almost like a I gave up forehand.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got that one right. Taylor Fritz is putting on a display tonight with a 2-sets-to-love lead. This is the kind of tennis that wins majors. And that's what Fritz wants.
Well, nearly 8 minutes since the end of the second set. Sometimes that can just rock the boat a little. You know, potential for Fritz to maybe lose some focus, thinking how well he's playing or that the job's nearly done. I like that Berrettini left the court as well, clearly showing that he's sort of still invested in and believing he can get back in this.
Just keeps gaining the court on Berrettini, doesn't he? Another love hold for Taylor Fritz.
No sign of any loss of focus there.
First game, third set.
He won the Australian Open. I'm not convinced he's playing his best tennis coming in here, Sinner. But what I would say, I mean, he's obviously world #1 now, so that tells you that over the last 12 months, the results, the consistency, rarely loses before this, you know, semis and beyond in these big tournaments now. So as the top players do, he'll get better with each match that he plays, then gets a day off, works on things, and by the second week they tend to be playing some serious tennis. Yeah, it's hard to see him going anything other than deep into the draw. Potential fourth round against Tommy Paul, that would be a good one.
Oh.
That's an Arthur Ashe assignment if ever I've heard of one.
That's where I'd put that.
We want to put all the matches on Arthur Ashe.
It's going to be crowded.
That's where we'd fall apart, Mary.
That's a fourth double from Berrettini against 6 aces.
Yeah, the match is on the line right here. The break now, and this one could be over. Sinner's in the top half of the draw, along with Alcaraz. Bottom half here is Djokovic, Zverev, the top 2 seeds. That's where Tiafoe, Shelton, Fritz reside. Dimitrov.
I mean, come on, Taylor. Give him one of those. I mean, did Berrettini play a lousy point here? I don't think so. Maybe he didn't hurt that volley enough, but this.
Only the second break point he's had all night. Took the first one in the opening set. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you stand, you're not touching that. Brilliant serve.
Is that about it? Was that match point, that double fault?
Quite possibly, yeah, unless he finds something that he hasn't found so far on return. It's just pressure.
Somehow, I've got a whole bunch of them at my house. People must just give them to me.
You must get a lot of visitors that bring them, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have to say, I just wondered coming into this match, you know, Fritz has got the 3-0 head-to-head against Berrettini. You know, there's no doubt he was the favourite, but would he handle the occasion, you know? Second round against very dangerous opponent.
Yes.
I mean, he has more than handled it. This has been a statement performance. You have to like his draw as well, Taylor Fritz. The winner here will play Francisco Comisana, the world number 108 from Argentina in round 3. He beat Hugo Humbert, a big upset there earlier today. And well, the winner of that, in terms of seedings, would potentially play Casper Ruud in round 4. I'd put Fritz favourite there.
Yeah.
I mean, in this form, hard to see Fritz falling before the quarterfinals. The high seed in his quarter is Zverev. Tough. But he did beat the German at Wimbledon. It's
Look at this, last 25 points. Only 3 from Berrettini.
Game Fritz. New balls wins button. Fritz leads 3 games to love. Fritz.
Major, he's gotten to a couple of finals, surely, but does he need someone else, or is his father okay?
The one difference there, mom and dad were both very, very good tennis players, weren't they?
Okay, fair. I'm just saying, when those around those guys I've mentioned, when they see who the players who've just beaten them are thanking in the players box, you know, they're mentioning it. Like, doesn't that make you think, wow, maybe I should change my my sitch here?
I mean, Coco Gauff, you might know this better than me, but you know, her father now watches from out with the player box.
Yeah.
You know, there's a transition going on there as well, if you like. I mean, it's got to be difficult. A parent, coach, that whole relationship. I've got to recognize that, you know, all these players are, the relationship has been hugely successful. To, you know, they're all here, right? They're all the US Open, they're all big players, and you know, so it's, but then at what stage do you make a change? It's hard. Yeah, the wind is gone from Berrettini. He fought so hard in the second set to take it to a breaker, but already been a breakdown here. He just got nothing left. Look at that, last 30 points. Fritz just overcooking the forehand, but Berrettini shaking his head. I don't think he's too comfortable physically here. Kind of doubled over after that point. Yeah, didn't really get up to that first serve at all.
usopen.org. If you want to check into that, you can see that the Djokovic-Laszlo Djere match over on Ash Stadium, it's still going on. You can find out that the other Serb was up 4-2 in the second set, and he's serving at 4-3. Catch up on all the scores, all the action.
Berrettini's done a good job since the start of the grass court season. The last few months he's played a lot of matches, won matches, starting to rebuild the ranking, but it's probably a reminder tonight that he's got to keep doing that. You know, try to stay fit and healthy and get back into a seeded position in the slams to avoid running into a player like Taylor Fritz here, the 12th seed in top form just in the second round. I'm sure he'd be the first to recognize he's been well and truly outplayed tonight.
Oh, totally. So many of these fans, I'm sure, were hoping. Berrettini has played some of his best tennis here at the Open. One-time semifinalist. Taylor Fritz, of course, playing so well. I think they were expecting a cage match. That's not what they got. Another love hold. And now 4 points from
Love 15.
Against so many players, Berrettini doesn't have to hit a second shot after this serve.
Oh, it's one of many areas Fritz has excelled this evening. His return from up on the baseline, he's made so many returns.
You think Taylor's going to continue to return from there for the for his next opponents, or this is very specific to Berrettini?
Yeah, I think he'll adjust. He's never a player that really goes overly deep in the court to return. But it's been extreme this evening, and it certainly worked. got inside the head of Berrettini.
Thank you, no flash. Let's. Listen.
Fritz feeling like he's just playing the match out now. Just a little dip in focus. A couple of drop shots missed the last 2 games. Maybe thinking about what he's going to say in the post-match interview.
He's walking it off. Tailed off on him, didn't it? He must feel punch drunk, Matteo Berrettini. A little over 2 hours. It's match point for Taylor Fritz. Not too many people